Boss dares mechanic's daughter to fix unfixable Ferrari. Her genius shocks billionaire in a small-town garage, known more for oil changes than supercars. 17-year-old Maya Torres, daughter of a struggling mechanic, spent her evenings surrounded by tools and grease, instead of phones and parties. Her father, Carlos, was once a top technician for exotic cars. But a workplace injury and family tragedy left him managing a modest garage with just enough to get by. One rainy afternoon, Mr. Langston, Carlos's arrogant former boss, pulled into the garage with a gleaming but broken-down Ferrari LaFerrari, the kind of car worth more than most homes in town. The hybrid system had failed, and multiple shops across the state had turned down the repair, declaring it unfixable. Sneered. Thought I'd give your little junkyard a shot, Carlos, unless it's too high-end for your staff. He glanced at Maya, who was wiping her hands with a rag after finishing a tune-up on a pickup truck. Carlos said, I don't have the equipment for that kind of diagnostics anymore. Langston smirked. Tell you what, let the girl try. If she gets it running, I'll pay you 10 grand and publicly admit I was wrong. If not, she polishes my wheels for a month. Maya stepped forward, her eyes locked on the Ferrari. Deal for 2 days. Maya barely slept. Using a battered tablet, she downloaded every schematic and engineering paper she could find. She discovered a firmware conflict between the hybrid, ECU and the energy recovery systems, something only top-level engineers would normally catch. Her fingers moved fast, typing code, fabricating a custom diagnostic adapter using parts from old laptops and medical devices. She soldered, recalibrated sensors, and rerouted energy bypass lines. The garage reeked of burnt metal, coffee, and determination. On the 3rd day, she turned the key. The Ferrari purred to life. Smooth, silent, perfect. Langston arrived, confident. He'd find Maya frustrated and filthy. But instead, the LaFerrari rolled out of the garage like new. His jaw dropped. Before he could speak, another car pulled up. Out stepped Eleanor Grayson, a renowned billionaire tech investor and Ferrari collector, who had been secretly following Maya's online car mod forum posts. I had to see this for myself, Eleanor said, walking up to Maya. I've never seen someone reverse engineer a hybrid supercar system without a full factory interface. Maya smiled, still holding her wrench. I just followed the logic. Langston turned pale as Eleanor added, forget the 10 grand. Maya, how about a full scholarship to MIT and a summer internship at my R&D lab? Maya looked at her dad, then at the shocked Langston, then back at Eleanor. Only if my dad comes too. You'll need someone to teach your engineers how to really fix things. The garage erupted in applause, and from that moment on, the world would never look at mechanics or young women with wrenches the same way again. The Ferrari wasn't the only thing that got a second chance. The next morning, Maya and Carlos woke up to dozens of missed calls, emails, and social media mentions. A video of Maya revving the Ferrari had gone viral. Someone at the garage that day had secretly filmed it. And now, the internet couldn't stop talking about the teen girl who fixed what Ferrari couldn't. News crews lined up outside their garage. Journalists called her a mechanical prodigy, while car forums debated whether she was the future of automotive engineering. Carlos was overwhelmed. Mia, this is too much. These people, billionaires, investors, they don't know our world. Maya smiled, brushing oil off her jeans. They will. Just days later, a representative from Ferrari headquarters in Maranello called. They had heard about Maya. We'd like her to visit Italy, the email said, and meet our engineering team. Eleanor Grayson, who had already arranged the MIT scholarship and internship, personally flew them to Italy on her private jet. Carlos had never left the country, and he kept clutching the armrest as they soared over the Atlantic. We were fixing mufflers last week, he whispered. Now you're dining with billionaires. In Italy, Maya toured Ferrari's hypercar development center. She asked questions their own engineers hadn't even considered. At one point, she suggested an idea for optimizing energy recovery on their upcoming electric prototype. An idea so advanced, the chief engineer went silent, then said, Who are you? Back home? Langston's smug reputation crumbled. His taunt had backfired spectacularly. Clients canceled appointments. His top mechanic left to work for Carlos. Maya didn't gloat. She just kept working. Eleanor offered Carlos a consulting contract, setting up a custom workshop inside her California research lab. Maya started designing hybrid systems that could revolutionize not just supercars, but even public transportation. A red carpet led into a sleek auditorium at an international tech conference. Maya, now 18, walked onto the stage in a grease-stained lab coat. She unveiled her first prototype, a modular hybrid engine, designed for low-income communities, a blend of Ferrari, precision, and street garage heart. Applause thundered as Eleanor introduced her. Maya Torres didn't just fix a Ferrari. She fixed the idea that genius only looks a certain way. One evening, Maya returned to the old shop. It was quiet now, mostly used for passion projects. She walked to her first workbench, the one where she cracked open the Ferrari system. Carlos joined her, sipping coffee. So, what now? She grinned. Now we fix the world, Dad. One impossible thing at a time. And as the sun set over the dusty town, The once unfixable Ferrari purred gently in the corner, a symbol of everything they were told they couldn't do, but did anyway.